and let's get into it. WrestleMania Sunday night, and let's roll right into what Dizzle was saying, because to open up the night, World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins going against the Scottish Terminator, aka probably the runner-up, maybe even number one, depending on how you feel about Jimmy, hater of the year. If this was the hater of the year, a la that Dave Chappelle skit, it's between Jimmy and Drew. Because boy, they was running neck and neck for haters of the year, and they both had some grand entrances. So I found out Rollins' entrance is a Philadelphia thing. That's what they do in Philadelphia, apparently. And that whole group was I forgot what the name
was. You mean that Mardi Gras knockoff?
Yeah, apparently it's the thing that they do in Philadelphia. And he was just like, fuck it, let's do it.
Okay.
And that's what it was. And then this match had Phil, like Dizzle mentioned, on commentary. And funny enough,
go ahead.
So let's go into this. So of course it was Jaeger and myself competing for the championship. Going into this night, I was up 2 points. Juggs and Dizzle were competing 1-on-1, and Juggs was up 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, the only bonus points I can see is Priest cashing in, yes or no? If Priest didn't cash in, it was 4 points. If Priest did cash in, then it turned to, does he cash in? Who does he cash in on? Does he win? It was way more complicated with that. So literally, Jaeger and I had the same picks. Our whole night was depending on Priest cashing in. And funny enough, we all went for Seth. Juggs went for Drew.
Mm-hmm. I was done after this match. Everything was said and done. For me, I was done.
Upon coming into this match, my notion of thinking of booking Seth was, though he went through what he went through Saturday night, he's going to still find a way, because Seth finds a way. And then Priest was going to be like, word? You survived that? Well, you're not going to survive this. So I predicted Priest cashing in on Seth, because Seth was already going to be broken, battered, and beaten. And Priest walks out champ. The other three was like, nah, it ain't time, fam. And I was like, sweating buckets. If Jaeger, because see, Dizzle hasn't made it over to my place yet, but Jaeger was there. Jaeger don't realize how much I was over there praying. Fingers crossed. I was over there in misery. But before we get to all of that, the match itself, Drew starts the match off with a Claymore kick, and it was like, shit.
Dude damn near decapitated Rollins on the first 3 seconds, bro.
It was like, shit. Like, oh, they doing it. But Seth kicks out. They go back and forth. And
they have a full-ass match.
They had a match. And Punk was on commentary, and the one thing I loved about this whole situation, we know how Rollins feels about Punk, and we know how Drew has been touted as the one who injured Punk. I like how Punk was still taking his shots at Rollins, but it really spun off to more Punk and Drew.
Yeah.
Especially because Drew and his antics, he kept looking at Punk every now and then. He interacted with his wife in the crowd and everything. It was just like Punk was not here for it. And Rollins tried, between Rollins' back, between his knee. Rollins was giving everything he got. He did. And ultimately, a good old Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3. Drew wins, and I was like, fuck. That was right.
I was even like, fuck. But no. You see, McIntyre had to not only win, he had to be petty.
Yes. Go ahead.
He
Go
had
ahead,
to not
Jaeger.
only
Go ahead,
win.
Jaeger.
This
Let
mother
him know. Let him know, Jaeger.
McIntyre, after kissing his wife, in a celebratory fashion, decides that he's going to go ahead and gloat, that he's going to go ahead and rub it in to the man that could have been at WrestleMania, one Mr. Phil Brooks, who, honestly, as soon as I saw that he was going to be at the announce team for this match, as soon as I saw anything that had to do with Phil being there, I should have known to just go McIntyre's route. But anyways, he's taunting. Like, he's like holding it in front of him. He's standing on the table. And when he's done, he gives him a nice big old suck it with belts in hand. And right when you think that, Phil's just like, yep, I'm injured. I can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. Drew takes his turn to get off the table. Phil sweeps the leg like a damn Cobra Kai member. Proceeds to start wailing on him with his uninjured arm, and then takes off the fucking cast, the thing that he's using on, like, to show that he's injured, and then starts wailing on him with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the
scream I let out because the arena went purple. Priest music.
The reason my voice is fucking up right now.
He comes running out there. The scream I let out when that happened. Priest hits Punk with the Priest hits Punk. Priest hits Drew with the briefcase.
Yep.
Punk is standing on the announce table like, do it, please. Priest says, I'm cashing in. Samantha announced Priest cash in. He rolls in Drew. Bell rings, South of Heaven choke slam. 1, 2, 3. And new
Priest is a liar.
Champion.
Priest is a damn liar.
Damian Priest. And from that and still, your tag prediction.
That man said outright that he is big chilling WrestleMania weekend. He has no reason. He's got till July. He has time.
And then the view of Punk sitting crisscross applesauce on the announce table, staring at Drew, and Drew stares back at him, and Punk looking at him like, and Drew is looking like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my God. And then of course you get Judgment Day celebrating because Rhea and Damian have matching titles, and they made out like bandits. You didn't see them for the rest of the night until Priest had his press conference. They were gone. They were.
Priest was looking presidential. Not gonna lie.
Very presidential. Priest was looking dapper as fuck at that.
Glasses on and all that.
Like, none of that goth shit was there.
No eyeliner, none of that.
None of that. Priest was looking dapper as fuck. Then, one thing I can appreciate WWE doing to keep the hype going from the excitement, they went ahead and pulled the trigger on the 6-man street fight between, apparently, these 3 gentlemen are called the Pride.
Yes. Yeah.
I did not know this.
Oh, I thought I told you when we went to that live event.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. You might have, but apparently they are officially known as the Pride. It's the Street Profit and Bobby Lashley versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross and AOP. They had a Philadelphia street fight. So we had Snoop Dogg on commentary, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. I rewatched this match this morning. Snoop was having a good fucking time on commentary.
Oh, okay.
I would not mind Snoop commentary. Snoop was having him a good time on commentary. Then you had Bubba Ray Dudley as special guest referee. And I could see why Dizzle picked Final Testament, but considering how the match played out, it was meant for the Pride to win.
Yeah.
Upon watching it back, it was totally meant for the Pride to win this.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as far as on both sides go, none of these factions deserve to lose.
Yes.
That's why I was more on the lines of this probably would have been better if it was just a one-on-one match between Lashley and Cross, and Cross could have easily taken the loss. But just looking at the faction comparison, and you looking at AOP, and it's just like,
oh no. I don't know how much did y'all pay attention to the match. Remember how there was a big block of time where AOP was just not there anymore?
Yes.
Did y'all see how they was taken out?
Oh no.
Montez dove on them. Montez dove over the corner and dove on AOP, and that took out AOP for the rest of the match.
What the hell?
Exactly. I thought something major happened to AOP. Nope. Montez dove on them. And that took out AOP for the rest of the match. That's why I said upon rewatching that match, it was totally meant for the Pride to get that W.
Okay.
And then Cross gets in Bubba Ray's face. Bubba Dudley puts on old school glasses, and it was over. It was curtains for Cross.
And they jumped Cross.
And then they jumped Cross. And once again, Snoop was just, oh, he beating him with the stick. Oh, just like how your mama used to do. Like Snoop.
Oh shit.
Snoop was having a grand time on commentary. But the Pride gets the W. They Montez does the from the heavens frog splash to cross through the table. Bobby gets the pin. The Pride, along with B-Fab and Snoop, they all celebrate in the ring. And Bubba Ray Dudley, they all celebrate. Like I said, it was meant for the Pride to get that dub, unfortunately.
Goddamn shame.
And also for the debut of the new gin and juice drink that Snoop and Dre are putting out, apparently.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, hey, just let me know, man. You know, gin and juice goes good with all the dark meat that was in the ring. So,
God damn it.
I'm just saying.
The next match of the night, we had a grudge match between the megastar L.A. Knight, and the phenomenal AJ Styles, with AJ debuting some new music. You know what I'm saying? I went back and watched this match again. That boy AJ be having bops, man. AJ be having some bops with some music. This match, once again, I hated with this match because at no point I saw AJ winning. No point I saw AJ getting a dub in this match. I knew this was meant for LA. You know, they was announcing this was his first WrestleMania and everything. We all know that he has the crowd on his side. So at no point I saw AJ getting this dub. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
But it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. It's just plus, if you know Uncle Allen's history, Uncle Allen's gonna give you a great match. Yes. Let's just put Uncle Allen can make anybody look like a star. So let's just put it out there.
First and foremost, shout out to that new theme. I fucks with it hard. But the build to this match, fantastic.
Yeah, and hence back what I said. I hated that this whole bloodline stuff cast a shadow of everything. They had these dudes fighting at AJ's house. They had them fighting at a press conference. They had them just doing this.
They fought at the convention.
I was mad at first because I was so set on LA Knight taking the title off of Logan Paul. And I was like, the fuck are they doing? Like, why? Just because y'all need Randy to do something? But then it made sense.
Yes.
It made sense. And I know we're going to get into that match because I think it's after this one.
Yes.
It makes sense because I believe that they're going to let Logan do his thing heel wise up until possibly at the very latest.
Didn't like that. Obviously, low-key didn't like Logan Paul, apparently.
He is of a similar mind as me.
I think they're gonna hold it off at the very latest SummerSlam and have LA Knight take it then.
AJ Styles took a plane to Australia. If you look at it from the way he took a plane to Australia to cost LA Knight a championship opportunity. If you put it in perspective,
if that ain't grounds for an ass whooping,
that ain't grounds for that. All because I eliminated you in the Royal Rumble. You mad? You that mad that you took a plane to Australia just to cost me a title match?
Does AJ Styles throw his name into the player haters ball?
Oh no, he's number 3 because you cannot seemingly, because once again AJ was not booked in Australia, so to the public he took a plane just to cost you the match. Oh,
bro,
no,
he risked his life taking a plane. Have you tried flying recently?
No.
No. It's been
and that's for good reason. It's because Bowen has fallen apart. No,
that is also true too. So Mans took a plane just to cost you a title match. You are definitely number 3 on the hater list. But yeah, they went out there and had a decent match. And LA Knight, of course, the crowd goes crazy for LA. I mean, how did I think Corey Graves said? He's the hometown hero everywhere he goes. So there you go. The next match, as Dizzle mentioned, we had Jaeger's favorite wrestler, Logan Paul.
Look, I may have voted for him, but it's through gritted teeth.
You had Logan Paul defending his United States Championship against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Now, when I said on the preview show, look at Logan's face. Logan's face is so just blue steel. Like he's trying to be
it looks like it's just been heavily edited through Photoshop. That doesn't even look like the actual guy.
But like, look at him, just model face. Just, ugh. But
he had to hit that.
Logan comes out in a Prime truck for reasons and stuff.
Apparently Prime was a sponsor of WrestleMania.
Yep.
No, apparently they worked out a deal with Prime that in every PLE, the Prime logo is going to be there in the middle of the ring.
Mania. I didn't know it was going to be every.
Mania was the start. So in every PLE, they didn't say for how long that Prime logo is going to be center of the mat.
Let's hope we see the end of that shit at SummerSlam then.
But SummerSlam is in Cleveland too, his hometown. He about to be obnoxious. KO came out in a golf cart, and the cool part about it was when Randy Orton came out, KO was like, "Let me see if Randy wants to ride." So he backs up, and he looks at Orton like, "Come on," and Orton was like, "Fuck it," and boom. I would have been so nervous.
Like,
I'm like, please don't let me drive this golf cart backwards off the stage. But this was a pretty solid match. Of course, at some point, KO and Orton had to fight each other, but this was a pretty solid match. Like, I actually wasn't too mad at this match, except for when the Prime bottle showed up.
Oh man!
And
it was
I thought it was going to be KSI, but it was iShow Speed. And for the ones who know who iShow Speed is, you know his reputation. If you don't know who iShow Speed is, be thankful.
That's the best way to explain that without giving them so much screen time. That's good.
But iShow Speed turned out to be the Prime bottle, and Orton was pissed. Orton strips the costume off of him and hits him with a vicious RKO on the announce table.
Oh, first he hit that Leonidas kick on him first.
True, yes, he did hit that Leonidas kick on him. Then he RKO'd him on top of the announce table, and it was like, damn, I wish he would have hit that backdrop.
No. Oh, that would have been lovely.
But
Lovely.
the match did continue after that stuff. I forgot exactly how the final sequence went, but I know Logan Paul retains.
That's bad enough.
It was Orton did the RKO on Owens because they were going back and forth.
Yes.
Logan gets in the ring and he tries to whip him into the turnbuckle, but Orton reverses it, whips him into the outside, and he was going to do the DDT, the second rope DDT.
Yeah.
But then he ends up pushing Orton into the turnbuckle, and Orton goes out the ring, and then Logan does his split leg frog splash onto Owens.
There you go. There you go. Jaeger, you got anything to say before we?
The sooner Logan Paul retires, the better.
There you go.
Hey, Logan was doing his thing in the ring, man.
Yeah,
he was.
And once again, I really cannot stand how much he takes to this.
It's like I hate him, but he's so goddamn good.
So
I won't say he's so goddamn good, but I won't deny that he's got some talent in there.
But moving forward, for the women's WWE Championship, we had the champ Io Sky defending against the role model Bayley. Bayley being the Royal Rumble winner. She had some conflictions. Then she realized Damage Control was talking shit to her. So she was like, nah, Io, I'm going to get that belt up off of you. And here we go. And they both had some pretty good entertaining interests. I hope Bayley really did not hurt herself because she was really favoring that knee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She was really favoring her knee to where she couldn't even hit the rose plant correctly, which is her finisher. So, this wasn't a bad match per se. This was one of those matches that, like I've said before, I saw no way of Io winning.
Yeah.
I saw no way of Io retaining in this match.
I think that's one of the issues with matches like this is that when you kind of already know where it's going, everything has to fall in place perfectly for it to be something that's like, yeah, I saw it coming, but damn, that was a good fucking match.
Now, what I thought was going to happen did not happen. I thought Damage Control was going to come out, which would have led to Black Girl Magic coming out. But nope, it stayed one-on-one between Bayley and Io.
Huh. You know what? Thinking about it like that, with how the story had been going and her like getting that final nod from Bianca would have actually been nice. So that probably would have changed like my opinion on the match overall because it would have integrated the story even more. So yeah.
I would have been down for seeing that. I would have been down for seeing that. I would not have wanted the Io Sky to still win, but I would have been down for seeing Damage Control come out and cause a ruckus.
Yeah, I don't think that they did that. I'm pretty sure it would have had to been on somebody's docket to add that. But I think with everything going on in all these other matches, they didn't want to add too much fluff to anything else. Even though this would have made sense.
And we are here. The main event of WrestleMania 40 for the undisputed WWE Championship of the Galaxy. The Tribal Chief, Mr. 1,316 days as champion, Roman Reigns, versus Mr. I have to finish my story. Back-to-back Royal Rumble winner, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, before we get into the specifics, gentlemen, overall, how did y'all feel about this match? Did it live up to the hype? Did it not? How did you feel about it overall?
I'm mad now knowing everything that's gone on, because like I told you last night, is the match last year was set up more so and catered to the post-match stuff versus what happened over the course of this weekend. And I say that because they could have done it right, especially if you weren't going to have Rock turn on Roman. If you were going to have Rock stay heel and assert his authority, you should have had that throughout this match if it was going to be Bloodline rules. And it would have, to me, it would have made more sense having a Cena, having a Taker, come out. Because granted, it's nice to see. The Taker stuff doesn't really make sense to me. And the Cena stuff only makes sense in terms of solo.
Somebody did a stretch to make it make sense. Taker getting his revenge on the fact that Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar broke his streak, and Roman was the other loss he suffered at WrestleMania. But it was like he attacked The Rock. He attacked The Rock.
Man,
but like I said, people was making sense. Of course, we all said that no, they couldn't get Stone Cold. That's what it was. They couldn't get Stone Cold.
I like to leave it at that.
I'll take that.
I would leave it at that part because that part would make more sense to me. Having Stone Cold come out and giving old Dwayne a nice little, which it would have been nice to see him.
It would have been great.
Yes. To see how this version of Rock would have sold the Stunner. But I watched this match again back this morning because I wanted to make sure I got everything. And funny enough, they was using the kendo stick here and there, but this was pretty much a regular match up until Jimmy showed up.
All the other appearances.
They brawled in the crowd for a little bit and things like that. But it didn't really get Bloodline rules until Jimmy had showed up. And it was like, okay, now we're here. But so Jimmy Uso showed up first. They, did some things. Jay's music hits. Jimmy and Jay fight fight up the ramp. Jay spears Jimmy off the stage into some tables. They was gone for the rest of the match. The match continued, and then a la WrestleMania last year, Cody was doing his trios of Crossroads. Solo shows up. Solo and Roman proceeds to beat up on Cody. Cody has Steel's like, no, I'm not losing. John Cena shows up. Cena gets rid of Solo, AA him through the announce table, and then Cena gets back in the ring, and then the final boss himself, The Rock, shows up. The Rock gets rid of Cena. And the whole Mama Rose and the weight belt comes out. And then so what I didn't hear when we initially watched it, they played the gong first.
I did hear that.
So I didn't hear the fact they played the gong, then the lights went out, lights come back, Undertaker is behind Rock.
Hold up. Scoot,
go ahead.
You missed one part in it. And it's okay that you forgot it because it was the other fuck you moment. Because the Shields music had played after.
Oh
Rock
shit! I totally forgot. Oh my god! I totally
forgot. But that's
let me rewind. I'm sorry. After The Rock got rid of John Cena, we hear Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta. It's like, oh shit! The music plays. The crowd, they're like, wait, the Shield music is playing. Next thing we know, we see Roman slide in the ring. And then the camera had to hurry up and cut because Seth was coming in with a chair, and then Roman popped
Superman punched him and dropped him.
And Roman disappears. Thank you, Dizzle, because I totally forgot. Then Roman disappears along with Seth. It was like, damn, Seth. Then we get the gong, Undertaker, choke slam to The Rock. The lights cut back on. Rock and Undertaker gone. So then
choke slammed him to hell. Took him with him.
Then we get the moment of Everybody's recovering. Things are happening. Then we get the age-old decision. Roman is in the middle with a chair. Seth is on one side. Cody's on the other side. Roman decides to hit Seth with the chair. From that, it caused enough to where Cody ends up hitting his triple crossroads. 1, 2, 3. The American Nightmare finished his story. And he is your new WWE undisputed Universal Champion of the Galaxy World. He was able to finish his story in a very emotional moment. Because when I watched it back last night, it was a little emotional to see him celebrate, hear the words Michael Cole was saying. It was like, good on you, Cody. Good on you. Because, you know, he never, due to his own dumbass stipulation, he could never win the AEW championship, which was like, why would you do that to yourself? So he could never win the AEW championship. And of course, he had to win 2 Rumbles. He had to contend with all the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, he was able to finally win the championship. The American dream, Dusty Rhodes, could never win. And we're here. We are here now.
This might be a controversial take.
Uh-huh.
But he should have won this belt last year.
So, I don't know if I said it to y'all. Had I known then what I know now, they was chasing history. Because remember, we all picked Sheamus to win that triple threat match. Nope. They was chasing history with Gunther so he can dethrone Honky Tonk Man. Had we knew then, they was getting Roman to at least chase the 1,000 days. Then it became, well, let's just go ahead and just make it run to Mania. So had we known then, now, we knew that they was letting Roman and Gunther chase history. Of course, Roman wasn't going to be champion for 5 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Oh, no. But that aside, I'm sorry, man, but the way the story was written, built up, done, it was on such a high, on a high, especially with the bloodline looking like it's just falling to fucking pieces, especially with night 1 on the tag title match. And the way that the drama was built up and done, even in his match with Roman in night 2 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you could have had him just easily kick out of not easily, but, you know, kick out of Solo Sikoa is like bullshit. And actually turned that around and got his triple crossroads off. Am I glad that he's finally got the belt? Of course. But damn, we almost didn't get this match until The Rock called that audible. And that's what's wild to me.
Yes. The fans bullied The Rock to be the final boss.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just ready to see this new belt.
Yes. Hopefully it's debut tonight. If not, it's probably gonna be Monday. Friday.
And 2, they have to stop with these BS records, because
I can agree now.
I was cool with everything, but the moment that they got to the whole thing with Roman beating out Hogan main eventing Manias, that pissed me off, because it's like, that's not real at this point, because now you're just inflating it because you have 2 days.
Yeah,
and it's one Mania. Now you're counting these 2 days. It's like, dude, just because it's 2 days doesn't mean it makes it 2 Manias.
Exactly. Now, go ahead.
No. That was it.
I will say this right here. I don't know if y'all two want to jump in on the same bandwagon as me. This is Appreciation's corner right here. I will never take away what Roman Reigns did for the last 4 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Between him winning that belt from The Fiend, him starting this whole tribal chief thing, him carrying this company into what it is today, still dealing with his leukemia.
Oh, yeah.
Him. This is not the same Roman Reigns we knew from The Shield. This is not the same Roman Reigns from 2015. This Roman Reigns that is here now, Like, I have no choice but to salute and applaud. Like that, the whole bloodline saga, everything, all of this was possible because they let Roman cook. They let Roman and Paul cook. There might have been some starts and stops. There might have been some, oh my gosh, I'm getting tired of the bloodline. But in the end, if you look at it as a whole, Roman and Paul cooked. And I can be nothing but appreciative of this.
Absolutely.
And from that, do I expect Cody to have just an epic of a reign? No. Because what Roman did and what Roman was doing was special. That's a moment in time. This is now moving forward, kind of like how they was dubbing this the Triple H era. The Triple H era starts tonight in a sense and going forward. But thank you, Roman. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Easily. Now, the second thing that I told you to put a pin in, this is my weird booking brain. There has been 2 names who has been rumored who have been free agents.
Mm-hmm.
And upon watching that match again this morning, and upon the rumors, Solo has the rights to be pissed off. And it was rumors that Solo was going to take the bloodline forward, and Solo was doing everything in his power to get Roman to win. I can 100% them excommunicado Roman Reigns in a sense.
Oh, like
how they did Shawn Michaels. Yep. And Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. Welcome to the new bloodline.
Ooh.
Welcome to the new bloodline. Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu. Welcome to the new bloodline.
What about
Zilla Fatu?
Yeah. His brother over there in New Japan.
Oh, the other one? I don't know. They never said yet.
Tongaloa, there we go. My bad.
I don't know what's Tongaloa's contract status yet, but
all right.
I don't know if Tongaloa would want to go back to WWE.
That's also true too. He was portrayed as a Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh right. Fuck.
Hunico. Hunico. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he might not want to go back, but I can see.
Tama Tonga though coming over there. Tama Tonga is a whole hell of a heel, man.
It is. He is.
The only problem.
What you got?
It's his cutter.
Oh. Yeah, and him and Orton are on the same show, huh?
If that's the case, yeah. And he does a smooth cutter.
Because they made Damian Priest change his finisher.
Mm-hmm.
When Cody came back.
Yeah.
So you have a point there.
Granted, they did the right thing with Priest by giving him the Razor's
South of Heaven. Well, yeah, he was already doing South of Heaven, but yes, the Razor's Edge, yeah.
And allowing him to do that because he already had that essence of Razor Ramon, but to allow him to kind of just go that route, I felt was perfect. I'm in it if they do it a la DX style and run it like that, because I think that'd be the perfect kind of just write off for Reigns for now. And then
Reigns can literally be gone. Like he could be gone. Because because Ashley asked me a question too. With the whole Becky and Seth and their contracts and everything. I said the beauty of the way Triple H has been booking everything. Roman, Seth, and Becky can just disappear for a while and things will be a-okay.
Yeah.
Because now you have Priest and whoever Priest can interact with. Now you have Cody and whoever Cody. Rhea still has plenty of challenges. We really don't need Becky, Seth, or Roman right now.
Correct.
They could literally go on vacations and just chill.
That might have been the plan from the jump.
Might have been.
Especially because Roman can finally take some time off, actually deal with some like R&R, especially with what he's going through.
Mm-hmm. But it's gonna be interesting.
I'm with it.
That was WrestleMania.
That was
and NXT Stand and Deliver. WrestleMania weekend.
The whole weekend.
This is
weekend. Oh, Dizzle and Jaeger. Before we go, I want to ask y'all a question that I've been seeing. Shout outs to Authors of Wrestling. How do y'all feel that anytime Triple H is asked a question pertaining to his father-in-law, he tends to kind of swerve,
dodge it,
those questions? How do y'all
all
feel?
He needs to do, in my opinion, all he needs to do to at least like appease the fans and get that question off the list of asking is just give some fucking like generic answer regarding that. Been like, hey, like things are proceeding how they are right now. We won't we've got some information that we're reluctant to share right now until like some more information comes to light. Like I can't really speak on that right now. Or you can even go like full politician on it. Be like, I can't speak on that right now. That man is not part of this company anymore. The blah 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 blah. Like you can just give like one generic answer and then be like, as I've said before, boom 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 boom. Like you just need to stop dodging it. You need to just go ahead and address it already. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bigger and bigger cloud over your head.
Okay. Dizzle?
I mean, I've answered this question before. And it's more so on the lines of you can't really blame Triple H because of the fact that no matter how he answers it, even if he gives a middle of the road answer, it's always going to come under some type of bias on somebody's opinion.
Yeah.
I would more so place the blame on the people that's asking the question, because it's like, what are you expecting when you continuously ask about Vince? I mean, what happened is what happened. I mean, you can ask Steph, you can ask whoever, you can ask Cody, you can ask anybody that you go up against that you're in front of. But if you're expecting to get a scoop, then I think you're stupid, because
especially in the setting you're in too. Like we just had a major pay-per-view. We're going to be thinking about the major pay-per-view. We're not going to be worrying about anything outside the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's like people continuously, if they go to AEW and constantly asking about situations with Punk, it's like he's not there anymore. What happened. It's like, why are you still asking? It's like, what is it that you want that you can't already get online by reading a docket here or there? Like, you know who's included. You have your answers there. If that's not good enough for you, then I'm sorry, can't help you until you see other shit that comes out. So it's like, I think it's at the point now where it's like, it was different, like when everything was happening, like initially, but the fact that all this time has passed and a lot of information has come out, it's at the point to where it's like, why are we still asking about this? You know,
like you said, to have that scoop, to have that inside, because Authors of Wrestling kind of agrees with what Jaeger is kind of saying. Like at this point, just give some type of answer.
Yeah,
just give something instead of kind of just dodging the question. Just give us something.
Yeah, especially when trickles of like new information are coming in, like apparently this 24-page draft or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird to continuously ask Hunter about it, because I mean, as it's widely been known, especially when you talk about the black and gold days of NXT, it was already a situation where they were at odds. So I mean, it's kind of weird to go to that person when he was already at odds. Like, it's almost like, why would you think that he would have something to do with it when they already were barely talking as is?
Exactly.
Maybe they're just trying to see if they knew more so if they were like involved. Just like, okay, cool. If you weren't involved with it, that's great. That's great for your character. But did you know it was happening? Did Steph know it was happening? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure obviously Steph knew it was happening.
Because personally speaking, and we kind of discussed this, not to go fully into it. Until something comes out, I'm still going to be on the side of people knew he was sleeping with the woman.
Mm-hmm.
not the extent of what was happening.
Yeah, and the problem
yeah,
is that they can't really say anything at the risk of incriminating themselves. So anything that they do say can get to a point to where it's like, even if I tell you I wasn't involved, if something comes out to where there was a text message where Steph had said something about this person and that person, it could then be linked to him. And it's like, oh, well, you said you didn't know anything. I mean, how am I supposed to know about a text message that was sent to me about a conversation that was had that I didn't even realize that I was having? You know, it's a whole thing. So it's like, sometimes it's better to be like, so about WrestleMania.
Exactly. So about WrestleMania 40.
So yeah, that's how I look at it. But I get where everybody's coming from. Like I would understand, people wanting to know, but in the confines of like the legal confines of things, you can only say so much, especially if you're directly involved with the people this is about.
I agree.
But it is what it is.
Agreed.
Because at the end of the day, it's a very messy situation that has a very weird cloud that still looms over the WWE, even though said person is not even involved with the company. Like he's legitimately been wad from the company.
Didn't you say they actually blur him out of the game now?
Yeah, in the showcase mode, his face is blurred, and he's not a playable character or anything. But yeah, they blur his face in the showcase mode in WWE 2K24. So, and I understand he was the owner, he was the boss, and that was kind of some of the reasons why I had issues with the stuff Ronda Rousey was saying, because it's like, I understand your beef, Ronda, was with WWE and mainly Vince, but if the company is actively trying to change and actively trying to make things right, you're taking shots as if they're still doing that. It's not helping either.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
is Laurinaitis still there? Is the people that? Oh, okay. I mean, are all the people that were still listed or mentioned? Are they still there? Are any of them still there? That's
Brock
the problem. Is where it
Brock
is.
is the only weird outlier.
Yeah,
Brock is that weird because Triple H did mention about Brock that Brock is Brock. He's sitting at home.
Yeah, waiting on a call.
Basically, so Brock is still that weird outlier. But other than that, we're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
All right, I was gonna say, like, the only thing I'll give to Ronda Rousey's complaint or statement is if the culture of all that is still going on. Because remember, this wasn't like this was a decade ago. These were over the past few years. So if some of those people are still there, or if that workplace culture is still going around where people are just brushing shit under the rug like this or acting like it doesn't exist, then I can validate her complaint or her concern.
Absolutely.
But if they are trying to turn around, they're going to have like 2 whole ownership changes within the last couple of years.
And hell, if that's what that needs to take for them to make them changes, fuck it, so be it.
Hey, I'm here for it. Yeah.
Fuck it, so be it. Because that's all. Warning. This is going to sound fucked up.
Okay.
Trigger warnings, all of that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for all of this, we wouldn't be getting the WWE today. We wouldn't be getting the product. Imagine WrestleMania 40 booked under Vince McMahon.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. So
imagine NXT under Vince.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, Vince and Johnny. Ugh.
I mean, we did see Johnny. That's why Ember Moon left.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Jesus. But on a brighter note, congratulations to WWE for a successful weekend. Under the Triple H era, as Paul Heyman and so wants to call it. overall, like I said, I give it a solid B plus, A minus. If we just taking everything as a whole, I enjoyed myself. You know, yesterday we all got a chance to hang out, watch Sunday night in person, talk loud, cuss at the TV, all of the above. I want to give a shout out, Damian Priest. You know how like when people bet on sports, on fantasy football or anything, and they give a shout out to the quarterback, a wide receiver, a running back, Damian Priest. Without you, this will not be in my possession anymore. So thank you, Damian Priest.
Just stayed home there, Damian.
Thank you, Damian Priest, for your contributions to WrestleMania, the ladder match, and you cashing in to be the second person to cash in at Mania. Thank you, because without you, I wouldn't have crossed 100 days as champion.
This guy.
Mr. Deasley, for old time's sake, if you want to go ahead and sign us out.
I appreciate you waiting to put that on your shoulder. I appreciate you waiting this entire.
Oh, yeah. No, I was gonna wait. We've been recording for 2.5 hours. This would have been just this would have been just obnoxious if this would have been here 2.5 hours.
Your shoulder would have got sore, man.
Yes.
I've done it, so you know, and it always felt good. So, anyway. To all the lovely people, whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave all your comments, concerns, questions down below. Ladies, if you need to leave your numbers or your ads, go ahead and add Jaeger himself.
Wait. The hard drive is off the market. Ladies.
Hey, look, I said if they wanted to, they could. I didn't say that he was going to.
He is giving you the symbol to know the hard drive is off the market. He is not accepting any more.
Oh, man.
If you would like to, you can still send your application in. He's not going to take them.
Inbox is, suspended. It's going to be gone away now.
So y'all gonna have to wait.
I'm gonna delete the account or forget the password, some other shit.
Oh my gosh! Make sure that you all tag that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So that way you get notified on anything that we do drop when we do drop it. And of course, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu, a nice farewell and a nice warming up the too sweet to the boys here with a good old bada 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 bam. And until next time, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mother effers, tag the fucketh out.
Oh, man, it's gonna be mine.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make those same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray the curb don't scrape the